Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and this is a baby alligator.
Louisiana has become famous for its alligators, and while they can live in pretty much any body of water, our swamps are their real home. And tonight, we're gonna get up close with some alligators.
Got him! Yes! Look at that little fella. All right, this is a little American alligator. Look at how cute he is. He's got his mouth open a little bit. Look at that, he's so pretty. Look at the colors. Got lots of beautiful, beautiful banding on him. Absolutely gorgeous animal. Now that little head, he's so cute looking, but he can still give me a chomp just the size of his head. So that can give you a good visual of that. Nothing too super bad, but definitely something that could shred me a little bit. So I still have to be careful even with the little ones. Safety first, always with these little guys. And look at his little fat tummy. You've got a little fat tummy, don't you? Don't you, little guy? Where's your mom? She's somewhere out here? She's somewhere out here? You gonna croak? You gonna croak for us, little buddy? Oh, I love alligators. They're so amazing. Now, they're very special here, especially in Louisiana, because it's a part of our tourism. We have a lot of swamp tours that go around, and they go to see the big alligators and stuff like that. And it's always fun. If you're ever in Louisiana, I highly recommend you check it out. It's really awesome. And I always love seeing little alligators, even in just little ponds. And out here, this is where they really live, up in these swamps. And they're very safe here, and the only thing that this guy would really fear is a larger gator, or maybe even a giant bird. Beautiful. I always love catching an alligator. Come on, buddy. Quick. Off you get. Off you get.
Finding alligators wasn't hard, but most of the time, they would just quietly slip under the water right before we got to them. Once we had the spotlight on them and got up to them, catching them wasn't hard. But we still had to be careful, because these little guys can give you a nasty bite.
Have a look at this little guy. We just found him. Well, listen to him hiss. Ooh, he's angry. Now this is a little fella, not even 3 feet I'd say, and he is absolutely adorable. Look at that. That's amazing. Now I have to keep a firm grip on his head because he will chomp me without a doubt. There's a big frog over there. I just heard him. Now listen to that hiss. Really strong hiss. Now they have a black body, which is interesting. They absorb real good heat with that. And they can actually take pretty cold winters. We had a pretty good freeze this year, and this little guy did well. Now they're all just waking up, and he's got some good body weight to him. Watch out. I gotta keep his head under control and keep him from thrashing. I gotta be careful. Look at his head. Amazing. Hard scales. And look at that. Claws right now. Now he's probably gonna be out eating frogs and fish and all kinds of stuff tonight. Absolutely gorgeous animal. Look at that tail. That's one of my favorite things about him. They have a big boofy tail, and it'll slap you really hard. That's why I'm kind of keeping that under control. He's a little guy, very manageable, very easy to handle. I just have to be safe. You know, he can still give me a nice little chomp. So I've got to hold his neck good, and I had to be careful when grabbing him, so, you know, all that stuff. All safety first, and I wouldn't catch anything that's too big. You know, I have to judge the size of the alligator, see if it would be something that we could catch, and all that good stuff. Sweet animal. Even though he doesn't like me, it's still an amazing little guy. Check him out. Oh, he's so cute. So cute. Give him a little... You can actually feel him build energy when you're holding him, which is pretty freaky. Listen to that grunt. He's between the age where he'll hiss and grunt. So if mommy or daddy's around, they will actually hear that and kind of come and see what's going on. They'll actually, you know, kind of help if something's grabbing them or something like that, which is pretty interesting. Not a lot of reptiles will do that. Beautiful animal. Let's get him back into the water. That's awesome. Oh man, really fast. Woo!
We had already caught quite a few alligators already, but this next alligator was something special. This was one of the smallest alligators that I had ever caught.
Come on. Yes! Oh my goodness, hatchling American alligator. He's so little. Look, okay. Now, I can honestly say that the only reason safely grabbing that one by the tail was because of how small he was. That's the only time that would be ever good. Look at how tiny he is. He's so cute. And you can see all those little tiny razor sharp teeth. They're kind of like a puppy in a sense, where when they're tiny, their teeth are even sharper, which is pretty amazing. absolutely beautiful. Now I don't want him grabbing my finger or anything. He'd definitely hurt me like a giant lizard. Think about it as a giant iguana bite with much sharper teeth and much more inclined to shred you. He's much more inclined to grunt like that, unlike as they get bigger, because he needs his parents' protection. A little alligator like this is extremely vulnerable, and pretty much anything can eat them. Even you know, birds can eat them. People are a big threat to these little guys, and big alligators. Smaller alligators, you know, they get eaten by other alligators all the time. That's their biggest threat, is alligators. Look at him, it's the smallest alligator I've ever caught. Oh my goodness, he's absolutely beautiful. They're so special. These little guys are so special. Look at that. Look at those eyes. And they have something called a nictitating membrane that actually protects their eyelids when they're underwater. You can actually kind of see it's covering his eye right now. It's clear. It's a clear membrane that protects their eyes. Wow, he is absolutely adorable. Look at how tiny he is. You know, it's amazing, but this little baby would have hatched sometime in the fall. And we had some pretty major freezes here where the water would have actually frozen over in the swamps. So he is a real winter survivor. He survived this winter and didn't really grow much during that time. He probably hatched late and woke up and then had to deal with the freeze. He had to go into a dormant state. Not really hibernation, but he had to shut down his metabolism. Reptiles are a cold-blooded animal, and that means that they can't make internal heat like a mammal does, so they actually have to sit out. That's what that black color is for. They can actually sit out during the day and collect heat and then be active at night. Oh, you're calling mom, aren't you? This is the smallest alligator I've ever caught, guys. He is so cute. Look at that tail. Look at that, so cute. Absolutely a little dinosaur. I love seeing little crocodilians. Alligators are such a special animal. We have alligator tours that we have here, swamp tours in Louisiana, and people can come see these little special guys. Now, they're an amazing animal, and you can see all these hard plates. Really beautiful. It's an excellent animal. Really healthy. It's kind of shocking he's so fat and healthy, especially being as we just had this big freeze, and now things are just starting to wake up. It's so special. Look at that. Look at his jaws. Really strong jaws. They bite really hard. And he'd be out here eating little fish and little frogs and all kinds of little stuff. Now these guys are protected by law, so there's only certain times of the year when people can actually hunt them, and you have to have a permit. And they only allow a certain number of alligators to be taken every single year, so we're always going to have healthy populations of alligators if they're protected like this. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Adorable little guy, and just like I showed with my other alligator video, putting him upside down and just gently rubbing his tummy. You can see his tummy right there, gently, and his breathing will start to slow down, his heart rate will start to slow down. Shh, good boy. Just like little lizards, you know, if you ever flipped a lizard upside down and done it, they'll actually calm down very quickly, which is pretty interesting. Look at that. Oh, he's clawing forward. His mouth's not open anymore, but I'm still, you know, making sure that he's not going to bite me. But that is a beautiful little animal. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like, and I will see you guys next time.